everybody, welcome back to Neon Trash. I'm your host, Tommy the Hammer, hanging out with a huge group. I've got Hayes, I've got Rocket, I've got BC, and of course, I've got Olivia on my right. Tonight, it is her pick. It's Friday, the motherfucking 13th, and what have you got up your sleeve tonight?
So I had originally picked something else out, and then when I realized the date, I was like, you know, I have to do something a little spooky. Yeah. So we're watching Cronenberg's Videodrome.
Very nice. Great movie. Probably my favorite Cronenberg.
I haven't seen it.
What?
Never seen it.
What? Wow, I can't believe you haven't seen this.
No.
Like,
I haven't seen it.
You're the only one,
so.
Tom.
Okay, well, it's got James Woods, it's got Blondie, and it's got this crazy S&M overtone with commentary about TV and violence, and I think you guys are gonna like it. Check out the trailer. Peep that shit! We'll be right back, motherfuckers. Bye.
Max Wren is a victim.
I woke up with a headache.
He has been exposed to Videodrome.
I've been hallucinating for a while, ever since...
What?
Since I first saw Videodrome.
His brain is already receiving video images. I think that massive doses of Videodrome signal will ultimately produce and control hallucination to the point that it will change human reality. Soon, his visions will coalesce and become uncontrollable flesh. Videodrome is seducing Max Wren.
Please, come to me now. Come to Nikki.
And Max Wren can do nothing to stop it.
Long live the new flesh.
It will shatter your reality. Videodrome, starring Deborah Harry and James Woods. A shocking new vision from the creator of Scanners. Coming soon to a theater near you from Universal Pictures.
We just got done watching Videodrome. There's some opinions, I think.
Not so much over here, but
I thought it was pretty good. It's definitely, you can tell it's a Cronenberg, because some of the scenes I was like, oh yeah, this is giving me kind of Shivers vibes, even though they're very different, but they just had the same feel. And I really enjoyed it, and it was kind of an 80s take on media and how they thought it was going to affect people, but like in a dramatic way. So I thought that was an interesting take on it.
Well, before we started this, I already proclaimed that this is my favorite Cronenberg movie, so that may have really set the stage for, you know, good or negative. But I still feel that way just because I like the story, crazy narrative of S&M, of underground VHS culture, and we've all seen weird movies like Faces of Death or the Guinea Pig films, and I feel like that was a thing in the 1980s was, you know, videos were like kind of a new thing, and they were kind of seen as something that was alien and maybe could be something that could harbor negative things like snuff films. So I feel like that's something that Cronenberg himself wanted to say with this movie, was that obsession can come from underground cinema, movies, these weird, you know, sub-channels, you know, on TV, and the whole like scrambled porn market.
I would say one of the biggest reasons I got interested in Cronenberg is because one of my favorite filmmakers, Shinya Tsukamoto, is largely influenced by David Cronenberg. And if you watch something like Tetsuo the Iron Man, which I know Tom is a huge fan of, you can see the influences even in this movie. Not just from like a body horror perspective, but like this is very much like man and machine becoming one, which I didn't actually quite expect going into this. So that's a theme that I'm always interested in, and yeah, I mean I love the practical effects. I love that there's actually like a narrative to gravitate towards here. It's not like you're just watching horror schlock just to watch horror schlock. Like, there's actually something here to be gained, and whether or not you think he actually like makes the best commentary is up to you.
This was an absolute treat. I mean, in a sick way, I guess. No, it was neat in that it had a lot of just, you know, that awesome like 80s horror vibe, all those prosthetics. Like I loved all the prosthetics and the set pieces, the crazy pulsing, breathing TVs. You know, that was really cool to me. I really like that a lot. I always appreciate good prosthetics and practical effects like that. And another thing, I was actually very surprised by Debbie Harry in this. Like, I was like, oh man, okay, this is 83, you know, Blondie is hot, that punk new wave. Like, they're gonna try to shoehorn her into this movie, but no, she actually plays a great role in this. I was very surprised by that. I mean, James Woods is great, he was perfect for this role, of course, but I was very surprised by how well Debbie Harry did her part. Yeah. Like, everybody, I don't know, this is a very well cast movie all around. Like, all the different characters, even the smaller parts, like, played their parts great. Like, nothing really stuck out as being particularly bad.
Honestly, it was his interpretation, in my, like, how I took it, was that it was his interpretation that media, like you said, the sub-channels, the dark, you know, TV stuff can consume you, take you, bring you in, make you do things you don't really want to do or normally would do. So it's kind of like maybe a warning not to get delved into things too much. Don't take things too seriously, maybe, and don't just get wrapped up in all this nonsense.
Sure.
Kind of like, you know, people with their phones and just get consumed by it.
Yeah.
So this is like the predecessor to that, like a warning, like, hey, watch out,
Right.
bad
Stop
shit can happen.
consuming, yeah.
And like you said too, the cast was fucking great. I liked it. Everybody was great. Debbie Harry, James Woods.
Like I said before, I really enjoyed this, and I think any 80s movie I enjoy, because it just, like, I listen to a lot of 80s music, so it kind of takes me back, even though I wasn't alive during that era.
Yeah.
But it, like, just reminds me of, like, what I grew up with because of my parents and music and stuff, so this was very reminiscent of that, but, like, in a different way than most 80s movies I've seen so far. So it was cool to see a different perspective in that way, but I'm gonna say I'll give it an 8.
Ooh. I'm gonna say 8.5, 9 out of 10.
Wow. The only thing I'll add is that I feel like this would make a good companion piece with They Live.
Ooh, yeah.
Very much about consumption and media.
Carpenter and Cronenberg.
Yeah, I mean, if you're ever looking for a mean double feature, I feel like that
right.
Man.
So yeah, and
I don't want this.
And if you're looking for Japanese, you know, man meets machine, then look at Tsukamoto. But yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. I think I'm feeling an 8 out of 10 as well.
Rocket.
Dang. This is a little tough for me, star count wise. Like, I'm trying to think. I mean, what could I detract stars for, right? Like, did anything like annoy me, bug me, take me out of my element? No. Like, this was really well done all around. I can't find anything to knock this film for. I'm going to give this 10 stars.
Oh my God.
Videodrome is 10 stars for Rockets.
Videodrome, in my opinion, 10 stars. I would give it a solid 7.5, 8 myself. You know, because all around, well done. You know, a little dated, but hey, it is what it is. What, 83? This was made or something like that. It is what it is. But
That's
I don't
fair.
mind it.
That's
yeah,
fair.
I don't mind it at all. Grew up during, you know, watching stuff like this.
So there you guys have it. That is our review of David Cronenberg's Videodrome. If you've never seen it before, if you've never seen any of Cronenberg's work, I don't know. I'd say start here.
Yeah, you could start here, totally.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's refined enough and further along enough in his career. So with all that being said, guys, I hope it's been informative. Until the next time, tune in to Neon Trash.